Alrighty. Welcome back to Spirit Chronicles Anime Review, episode number 3. We are here discussing episodes 5 and 6 of the series. Simply put, basically, so what happened at bigger last episode, where he was blinded by a light, turns out it was a wolf creature, and he's surrounded by an elf, what looks like to be a harpy, and a cat girl, well, it's some kind of beastkin, and he first was demi-humans, and they don't like the term demi-humans, despite the fact that's commonly accepted term. So they, of course, accuse him of kidnapping one of their kin, despite the fact that this actually is the second time he's been accused. Actually, this is the third time in the series. Oh, at least this one's cleared pretty easily. So after, of course, he's knocked out the pretty good fight sequence with the girls, then he wakes up, he's chained up, of course. Lota basically just hops on him like, oh, what are you doing, my big brother? And it turns out it was a complete misunderstanding. So as an apology, the 4 girls proceed to, well, they apologize to him, he accepts it, and as an apology, he gets a temporary stay in the village while looking after the girl. And of course, the 3 girls who beat him up get to live with him for a year. And, well, then like a year passed by. So I'm assuming he's roughly 16 at this point in time, given the fact that I would say the show started, I think he was probably like 10. I'd say by the time of episode 5, he was roughly 15. Now he's 16 years old. And of course, he has to leave his younger. So he had to leave Lota behind because he had to go out traveling to, well, the next country. Meanwhile, though, believe it or not, people from his home kingdom, well, the kingdom he was living in, the guy who's been responsible for a lot of the stupid stuff happening in the series, he takes one of his people and like, oh, he's part of the Celestial Guard, and he'll basically just participate in a test. The test is to basically babysit an egg that he freaking stole. Not the guy, anyways. The guy who's leading the group. And apparently, drag away, basically distract a bunch of wyverns for a while. Why wyverns? I don't know. Why he did this? Don't know. And after a while, he's killed. The black wyvern himself, basically, kind of, the basic people of the village attack him. This, of course, after the Spirit Festival. Oh, by the way, they do explain the spirit. That it's a great spirit. Now, I should point out that the spirit herself does not have a name yet. But she is voiced. It's a girl, don't worry about that. She is voiced by Morgan Garrett. Absolutely great character. Now, in the case of other characters, per se, who appear in this series. Now, you have Sarah, Alma, and Orfina. Orfina is voiced by Jad Saxton. Orfina is the elf. The orc girl Ami is voiced by Christina Castillo. And Sarah is voiced by Anjal Kanaponi. I think that's the pronounced name. Yeah. I think the Jad Saxton one is actually quite interesting because, like, I kind of suspected right away this was Jad Saxton, due to the fact that, well, now, do the girls end up falling for him per se? Not really, no. And of course, prior to Wyvern attack, Ryu has to tell Lota that he has to leave the village because he figures it's time. Because it's not like he'd been there for a while per se. That's not the issue. It's just that he only traveled with her just to basically take her to safety. That was simply the reason for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was simply the reason why. Oh, here we go. There we go, that's better. Let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. So this is the 32nd series I've come across with her. Interesting. I do like the fact that it's 32. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Because, in case you're curious, what was the last series I heard her in? One of the series basically today, Fairy 20 Years Quest. So, yeah, of course, Rio kills the Wyvern, And the guy who basically caused all this, he gets away. Though Rio, the sister, basically reluctantly has to, he has to leave, of course, look after her, and to give him plenty of gifts. One of whom is a black coat, which he still wears that by book 6. Yep. And he's also given some food, a bag of medicine, and plus a special gauntlet to basically to house all the items he was given. And also, he's given a sword too. He's given a sword by the dwarves. The elves give him a bag of medicine. The dwarves, I think, also give him the coat as well. And the beastmen give him food. And of course, they store in the storage. And then he goes off. Yep. But all in all, really good 2 episodes. Well, there was also a brief scene here with Celia where she's remembering. She's, of course, missing Rio, obviously. And I think by episode 6, they probably finished adapting like book 3 of the series. Now, book 2. I have heard, or I read a line, that this series does cover the first 3 books of the series and about a quarter of book 5 for this first season, which I'm like, that's kind of weird. Why would they skip book 4? I have no freaking idea. It's kind of weird. But at this point, I am halfway through season 1 of the show. So, before I worry about the next 6 episodes, I got 6 episodes to go. I have 4 major anime to go through. The first one I'm going to go to is Rama Half. Yep, I'm going to do Rama Half first, then Seven Deadly Sins, and then Izuran Chico's Dungeon. And if it gets released today, Fairy's One Hero's Quest. Okay? But also be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the dislike button. Okay? Next video. Bye.